before I say anything about my fitness, I want to tell you that your fitness depends 80% on what you eat and 20% on your workout. And if you really want to make progress to achieve your fitness goals, you need to enter the kitchen and you need to start making big changes to your diet. The list that I'm going to share is all the things that I followed and implemented in my daily routine, and I have seen the results over time for myself. So I was 84 kgs when I started going to the gym, and it took me 12 months, one complete year to get in shape and to lose about 10 kgs. My body fat percentage came down from 24% to 16%, and I did not do anything fancy. Just small changes here and there, eating more consciously, working out regularly, and just taking care of my body, which I feel I should have done it a lot sooner. The tips that I'm going to share not only helped me lose weight, but they also improved my lifestyle, made me more confident, and gave me more success, whether it was with work or relationships. So, my first advice, which is a very simple advice, is water is life. The first thing I started doing was I started drinking at least 3 to 4 liters of water every day, which is a very simple thing to do. And water did more magic to my body than any other substance has ever done. It keeps me full. I feel less hungry, my face started getting clearer, and I was more energetic and hydrated throughout the day. I usually start my day with a cup of hot water, sometimes with lemon or honey, or sometimes just plain boiled water. And I think that's a lot better than starting your day with coffee or tea. On some days, I start with coconut water as I'm really fond of it, and I feel that's a great way to balance your electrolytes. Since I work out almost every day, I hit the gym empty stomach, and then once I'm back from my workout, I follow it up with a protein shake, healthy breakfast, which usually consists of scrambled eggs and coffee. The next advice that I want to give, which I think worked well for me, is I started avoiding milk. I avoid drinking milk tea or milk coffee first thing in the morning or otherwise too. As far as possible, I try to avoid it and I just have it in the form of black coffee or green tea. The next advice which I want to give is that say goodbye to sugar. The best change that I have made in my diet is that I have cut majority of sugar out of it. Once in a while, sugar is okay, but from the time I've started cutting sugar, it has become easier for me to burn fat, and this has been proven scientifically. My face looks sharper and overall my body feels more toned. Sugar does a lot more damage to your body and it is a very addictive substance. It took me a lot of time to cut sugar and milk down because I was too dependent on these things. And once you have something sweet, you tend to crave more of it. But when you gradually start cutting it down, the craving gets reduced too. I still crave for sugar, but now I usually use the alternatives like sugar free or stevia. Stop overeating. The biggest hack I made in my diet is that I stopped overeating. I learned that it's easier to cut down a portion of my meal instead of not eating it at all. So if I'm craving for rice or noodles or something which I feel is unhealthy, I will still eat it, but I will eat a very small portion of it. This way my craving gets satisfied and I am not putting on a lot of calories. I've seen that eating small meals every 2 to 3 hours worked best for my metabolism. I have not completely cut the junk food out of my life. Once in a while I do treat myself with whatever my heart craves for, and I feel this way my body is still habituated in digesting whatever I give it to it. So do not cut junk food completely out. It's important to have a cheat meal once every while. The next advice is stay hungry, stay foolish. I never starve myself or stay hungry or follow crash diets like doing a keto diet or forcing myself to not eat. It's not that I have not tried them, but they have done more harm to my body than good. I saw quick results by staying hungry, but once I started eating normally, I put back all the weight I had lost and it did no good to me. Now I only follow a diet that suits my lifestyle and that I can follow religiously for a longer duration. Which brings me to my next advice: crash diets will crash you literally. I feel that diet should become a part of your living, and following crash diets did not make me happy, and I was forcing myself to do something I did not enjoy, and I could not sustain these diets for a longer duration. Now I've devised a diet that not only helps me maintain my body weight and muscle mass, but it also keeps me happy because I'm eating everything I want and still making sure I don't overeat. The next advice is remove stress and people who give you stress out of your life. This is one thing that I learned a lot later than I should have. I realized only a healthy mind can get me a healthy body, And if I was stressed about something, I was not only eating poor meals, I was not able to work or even work out, and it just kept bothering me beyond limits. It all starts in the mind. When I trained my mind, it was easier for my body to do things. So if I had to lift that extra kilo or do that extra rep, it became a lot easier for me to do because my mind was in control and I trained my mind to do it. One of the best advices that I can give you is that if you're just starting out, start measuring. The big changes in my body happened when I started measuring my progress. I started by buying a weigh scale, then I used fat calculator machine on my gym, and every month I used to set mini goals for myself, and it did wonders to my success. I made a note of all exercises I had to do for that day, then I did those exercises, and when I kept seeing improvement every month, it kept me motivating to keep doing better. I also got a smartwatch to keep a track of how many calories I was burning daily, and I did not get dependent on these devices and I did not use them religiously every day as such, but every once in a while they served as a reminder if I was moving enough or not. The next advice I want to give you is that variety is the spice of life. I'm someone who easily gets bored with things, and so the only way I got consistent with working out is that I kept trying new workouts every week, going to a different gym since my gym has tied up with other gyms all over the city. So it's a very cool gym, I must say. So I keep changing my environment. Some days I will go for a run or just play a sport with my friends, and this way I don't let myself get bored. Because one thing you have to understand that if you have to remain fit, you have to consistently keep working out. It's not that you've gotten fit today and then you'll say, okay, I don't need to work out anymore. That is not going to work. One thing I've learned is that our bodies are very smart. It learns everything you do, and if you continue doing the same thing, it adapts itself to that thing, and then you stop seeing the effect of the thing any further. For example, if I did the same exercises every day, let's say I was training my arms in the gym, I saw that effect of that exercise for the first week, then maybe for the first month too. But after a point, the growth of my arms became stagnant because my body got used to the stress I was putting it under. And now, if I had to further tone my arms, it was a must that I had to try something new, whether it was increasing the weight or reducing the weight, doing more reps, or trying a new machine or workout. It is a must that you bring something new to the routine. Another big change in my diet came from eating a lot of fiber and fruits. Eating more fibrous fruits and vegetables kept me fuller for long, and I not only ate less and kept my calories down, but I also got my daily dose of vitamins. Nuts and fruits are a must to include in your diet. The next thing that I want to share is that do your math. Losing weight for me all came down to simple mathematics. I had to be in calorie deficit, which means eating less than what my body needs to maintain the present weight. And I deprived my body of the extra calories by downloading a calorie intake app. There are tons of these apps on the App Store or Play Store, but I downloaded a simple one, used it for a few days to keep a track of how much calories are there in each food, and then later when I got hang of it myself, I no longer used the apps and I started eating consciously, knowing how many calories I am putting into my body. When I was seeing calories of each food, I saw that fried food with a lot of oil or sugar, had way too many unnecessary calories, even though I was eating a very small amount. The next piece of advice that I want to give is that avoid carbs. A big change I made in my diet, which also helped me build more muscle and put on less weight, was that I cut down on carbohydrates from my diet and I added more protein to my meals. So in simple words, this meant that I was eating less portion of rice or chapatis and I was eating more of dal or sabzi or chicken for that matter. The next piece of advice that I want to give you is that stay active. Once again, I feel exercise is very important. Whether I was going to the gym or for a walk or if I was just doing yoga, as long as I was doing something and moving my body, I saw results. Pretty much a lot of people I know, they have desk jobs or jobs that don't require us to be very active, and I am a very lazy person. So one of the things that I did right was, regardless of how bored or lazy I was feeling, I made it a point to do some physical activity every day. I push myself to the gym every day, even though I'm going there and working out for 15 minutes and I'm not stressing my body by doing that. I am just being loyal to all my commitments and I am being disciplined in staying fit. Another piece of advice that I want to share is that don't overdo. I never overtrain. This may sound a bit weird, but to see results, I realized that I had to work smart and not work hard. Rest days are as important to me as the workout days. I do not stress my body a lot. I follow a 5 to 6 day workout routine and make sure I have one day in the week where I do absolutely nothing. To give you guys an idea about my diet, for pre-workout, if I'm working out in the evening, I usually eat a healthy but light snack around 30 minutes before I hit the gym. And this could be anything from a couple of bananas, omelette or chicken with rice. I also take 1 to 1.5 scoop of protein shake because I usually need some form of liquid with my meal, and instead of having coke or plain water or coffee, I have substituted it with a protein scoop. I feel that having black coffee before working out also is a good pre-workout drink to have because it speeds up your metabolism and it gives you a nice kick to start the session. For post workout, I usually have protein shake or a healthy protein snack right after my workout because my body needs protein to repair the muscles that I have worked out in the gym. Eating a healthy meal along with a protein shake has worked best for my recovery as I have tried all other kinds of food after workout. I feel this suits best for my body. I also take healthy carbs after my workout. For example, I usually eat rice or eat a banana to fill up my glycogen reserves and allow my body to start working on the damaged muscles. Since my aim was always to build muscle, I had to take a good amount of protein, which they say is usually 2x your body weight. I usually keep my protein intake to around 1.5x of my body weight, which because I feel that too much protein is also not good and I never wanted to have those six pack abs or that buffed up body. There is nothing wrong in that, but my goal was always to be fit, look proportionate and feel good about myself. So that is it guys, losing weight and building muscles or just taking care of your body is no rocket science. I followed the simple advice I learned from the internet and talking to the trainers at my gym. There is nothing special that I did, but I was consistent and I made conscious changes in my eating habits and my lifestyle overall, and I have seen amazing results. I hope you found some value out of this, and until the next one, this is Mr. Mata signing off.